I'm Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I've got a fun little Halloween project idea for you. I've been playing around a little bit this morning with it, and I have this idea that I want to share that's unlike any I've ever shared before. So I think it's going to be super fun. Well, hopefully it'll turn out and you guys will love it. Come on in and join me here in the craft room. I am an independent designer with Couture, and today I am going to be sharing a project idea with you using one of our fabulous new transfers called Happy Halloween. This was new this year, and it is just the cutest design, is it not? Hello, my friend Teresa. Isn't that the cutest design? And we're going to play with it a little bit and have some fun. So come on in and join me. I do love anything that's cute or fun, and I feel like this can work for adults or kids, this project that I'm getting ready to show you, because you can use it in a couple of different ways. I'm personally thinking I'm going to probably make myself a shirt. I just didn't take the time to see if I could find one because I really wanted to show you guys this idea first, because this is something you might want to try to do with for your kids. I think it would be a super fun thing that you could do for your kids, especially if you don't already have a Halloween treat bag. So this is what we're going to do, but you got to make sure you stay with me to the end because it's going to be a surprise at the end, okay? Well, towards the end, halfway through, okay? Something like that. Anyway, so here is the transfer that we're using, and it is called Happy Halloween Icons, and I just think it's so fun. It's got all the elements. We've got a ghost, we've got like a potion, we got a lollipop, we got some candy corn, some leaves, some other candy, some skulls, pumpkins. There's even a rat on there, a bat, and it's just neat how it's just all kind of in this circular pattern. I think that's really super cute. But any of our transfers, remember, they're reusable dozens of times. And, well, they say a dozen, but you can get more than that if you really take care of it, as long as you take care of your transfer. And you can use it with ink, you can use it for chalk paste, you can use it with etching cream. Today we're going to do it with ink because we want to make this permanent. The reason you would use ink over chalk paste, even on a fabric, because you can use chalk paste on a fabric, but the reason you choose ink over chalk paste on a fabric is because it's something you're going to wash. So if you're going to wash something, whether it's a mug that you're making, that you're going to, a coffee mug or a cup or a drinking cup or something like that, a glass, that you're going to wash, you want to use ink and heat set it. If it's a fabric or a textile of some kind that you think you might have to throw in the washer, you're going to want to use ink and heat set it. If it's just going to be decorative, maybe you just have a vase. Maybe you're just putting it on your window. I mean, this would be super cute. If you have a glass door, you could put this right on it and this would be super cute. You don't even have to hang a wreath. You can maybe even just put some fun garland, like those little, the little ghosts that I showed earlier this week, our little ghost guy. You could make some ghost garland, hang that around, or some bats. Go get some bats. There's all kinds of fun stuff. But you could put this even on your door. You would do it in chalk paste because you're going to take it off. You don't want it to be on there permanent. So doing it in ink and heat setting it is what makes it permanent. And if it's on a fabric like a pillowcase, a tote that we're going to use today, a shirt, a sweatshirt, an apron, you're going to do it in ink and then heat set it so it's permanent. Okay, and it's not going to be like vinyl. You're not going to have to worry about it peeling off because it's going to be ink. Okay, and this is a silk screen, so you get a great image with it. So I had two bags. I had this one too. I thought this one was really cute and might be fun, but the vote was for the white one. So I do have just a plain white bag, and I don't have the tag on here, but if I had to guess, I got it at Michael's. They have a couple different sizes. They have them very, very inexpensively, and there's little baskets right up at the front. And then I think they even have them back in the back where like you can get the t-shirts and other things like that. But so this is just a basic, but wherever you can find, I'm not sure who else has them, but I'm sure other people do. I'm sure Hobby Lobby does. I'm sure Walmart probably does. Wherever you can find a bag of some kind like this that you might want to use for a tote bag or a treat bag for your little trick-or-treaters, okay? All right, so I have this tote bag. I did nothing to it. As you can see, it's wrinkled. It's been over here in my stash. It's very wrinkled. So what I'm going to do is take one of my ink mats because it's sticky and it's going to protect my the back part of my bag, because with ink it can bleed through. This looks like it's a canvas or cotton type bag, which I like to work with a lot, but it's going to protect it so it doesn't bleed through to the back because I don't want that to happen. Now, so the other cool thing about our ink mats, this is one that I cut down, so they usually come big like this size. I cut it down so I could have different sizes, is they're sticky. So even though this has a bunch of wrinkles in it, I can kind of push them out. I don't have to iron it ahead of time. I don't wash my fabrics before I ink on them. Hi Cher, thanks for joining me. So that is always also another plus. Miss Lou, I hope you're having a great Friday. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm always happy to have you here. Okay, so I am going to take this off. I've already marked the front. I always mark the front of my designs so that when I go to wash them, I know what's the front, what's the back is. And I always mark the back of my transfers. I usually just put a little dot on it now. I used to write on them, but now I just put a dot. Now I am going to probably put this, I'm going to try to put it in the center of the bag, and I'm going to try to find the center of my design. So the way I do that, this is how I do it. I'm going to fold it in half this way, not that way, because I'm not worried about that way. But I want to find like where is the middle. So what I do is I take my transfers. I love that they're so translucent. You can see through them so well. But I match up the, you know, like the outer part of each side. And then I find, I mean, obviously it's going to be probably the middle of the heart. Oh gosh, don't do that, y'all. Oh, I'm going to try to save it. Oh, my hand's stuck. Our transfers are super sticky. We want them to be sticky. And especially when you're using it on an ink project, because you want to have a good contact. But if that happens, just pull it gently, slowly apart. And if that doesn't work, because you don't want to stretch your silkscreen area. If that doesn't work, then add a little bit of water and gently and slowly pull them apart. Because they are super sticky, which is a good thing. I like that they're self-adhesive and I don't have to worry about them sliding around. But I would assume that the middle of the heart is, you know, like where the top part of the heart goes down, but you never know. So what I'm doing is I am just going to put a little fold in my transfer, and when I wash that, it'll come right back out, y'all. But it just helps me kind of find where the middle is. I just do that. You don't have to. So now once I have the middle part, I am going to just kind of look for, I'm an eyeballer, y'all. This bag, it looks like, my water bottle. It looks like this bag is, it says it's about 15 inches wide this way. So if that's the case, then obviously I'm looking at what, 7.5, right? And then if I scooch over here, 1. So I want to look at 8.5. So I do have a grid on my table, which I use as a little cheat. So that's going to help me also figure out where to place my middle part. Now you can place your design as high up or as low up, as high up or as low as you want. I'm going to try to aim for like the middle, but like leaning towards it being a little higher, because you know, you figure if you're going to fill it full of stuff like candy, then it's going to bulk it out and, you know, pull it down some. So I want to be able to see the design as well as possible. So that's what I'm aiming for, y'all. And then I'm going to do my best to eyeball it and line it up straight. And hopefully I did. Does that look straight to you guys? Does that look straight? Let's look at it. Sometimes we have to look at it from a distance. I'm not very tall, so I can't see over top of it as well. So let me flip it around and just see. If it, and sometimes the bends and stuff make it a little bit harder to tell. Looks like maybe a little bit off center or crooked. All right, then once I have it placed down, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna smooth it out. Make sure I have no bubbles, no bumps, no air bubbles, nothing in the way of giving me a fabulous design. And then bam, we're ready. Now I've pulled 2 color inks, guys. This is gonna look fabulous in either one, and you can certainly choose which one you would prefer. We have a variety of inks. We even have single ink packets, which makes it very cool and easy to do just a couple projects. You don't have to buy a whole jar. If you don't think ink's gonna be your thing, but you wanna try it out, then you just wanna get you a little one of our single packets. That'll, like I said, it'll still give you several projects out of it, but it comes about that size in an ink. And I pulled the black, but I also pulled Currant Jam because I think either one of those would look great with this project. All right, I'm gonna use my special squeegee that you get if you are a designer for more than a year. On your anniversary, you get this. Or if you're one of my club members, my Club Couture members, for on your year anniversary, you get a special squeegee of the year, whatever color they choose this year. This is what it is. So I'm going to use that. Now, always keep something wet by for your fingers, because you don't want to get, especially with this just being a white tote, I don't want to get ink anywhere else. So always keep an eye on your fingers. Wear something protective if you're worried about getting it on your clothes, because this will make a little stain if you get it somewhere you don't want it to. But don't be afraid of it. I don't want to say that and you guys be afraid of it. All right, so I'm just taking my squeegee directly in my ink right there. And then I grabbed a healthy amount. It may not take that much, but I can put whatever I don't use back in my jar, okay? And we're just gonna start applying it. I'm just gonna put it right on. Look at this already. I just think that's, can you guys see that? That is so, I love that right off the bat. It's so cool, the contrast. And you can already start seeing the design. Isn't that fun? You guys, it's awesome. It's awesome. And if I need more, I'll get more. Now, the cool thing about ink is you don't have to worry about rushing. And guys, it doesn't take a lot. I'm able to pull off any of the extra that's in certain parts, but you can just pull off any extra and it doesn't take a lot. Your squeegee glides right over your design. I do suggest working only one direction. Like, don't go haphazard. I would say, like, keep it going up and down or side to side. That's my suggestion. And just cover all of your silk screen with your ink. And why I say you don't have to rush is because the ink already kind of comes right through, goes through the silk screen area and soaks into your fabric right underneath. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in comments or just send me a message. That's what I'm here for. I want to encourage you. I want to educate you. I want to entertain you, whatever it is that you would like. All right. Pulling off any extra. But I'm trying to make sure I've covered everything up here at the top. And be careful when you get near your edges. Because like I said, it will stain, and then you're going to have to work with it and make it look like it was supposed to be that way. Oh, I just had a cool idea too. Oh, I can do a little tag to go along with this. I won't do that today, but I'll find one. Hey Karen, thanks for joining me. I'll find one, guys, but I think a little bag tag would be super cute on this. Right? And you could even do one of these for each of your kids or grandkids and do a little bag tag with a cute little design on it and write their name on it. That would be fun. Okay, guys, that's all I need. That is all I need. Everything is covered. I'm pulling off my extra, and I do have my ceiling fan on because I knew I was going to be working with ink, and I thought that might help speed it along. So I just put my extra back in there. Close your lid up because it's dangerous now, and check your fingers to make sure. I seem to do pretty good that time, which is unusual because usually with black or red, the darker colors, I seem to make a mess. But look how fun that is already, guys. You ready? Here's the fun. Here's the even funner part. We're going to do our peel and reveal. Now pull it back slowly. If you've missed something, you can lay it right back down and add a little more ink. But do you guys see like my happy up at the top? I feel like I need a little bit more in my happy. Just lay it right back down. Try to keep, you know, like do you see how I'm pushing like from the middle out just because I already moved the transfer and I'm not smoothing it back down, but you guys. Okay, my W looks like it needs a little bit more. And it could just be because of my fan. So I'm going to try to. Or I just didn't have enough ink on that part. It's hard to tell sometimes, but a lot of times it just goes on there so smoothly that you don't even have to worry about it. All right, hopefully that was the last that I need to do. Check your fingers again. All right, here we go. You ready? We're just going to go for it now, you guys. Ready? Oh my gosh. Oh, I need some more. Okay, guys, let's do some more. Let's do some more. I want it to be nice and dark. So I feel like I need to come back over this part. And you can do more than one coat. I don't want to miss any because you may not want to do the next step that I'm going to show you. And if you don't, then you want to make sure your design has plenty of detail and definition, unless you don't mind it being a little distressed looking, which I don't normally mind things distressed looking. I kind of like that look. But for this particular project, I really want to make sure I have good definition. See, I've got some on there that time. Don't ever take it for granted that you don't. All right, let's try again. Oh my gosh, love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. There's some down there. I could add some too. I know, it's almost like I'm teasing you guys because I'm showing you a little and then I'm putting it back down. Showing you a little and then putting it back down. I think because it is such a contrast, the white and the black, that I'm picking up any little spot that I didn't add enough ink to. That's why I'm having to put it back down. But you guys, look how fabulous that is. Okay, let me spray that real quick. If I wasn't doing this project with you guys, I would take it to my sink right now and go wash it. And then I'd be letting this dry. But since I want to finish this project with you, I'm going to spray some water on there, just tap water to keep it moist. I'm going to close my ink up because I don't trust myself not to get it on me. And let me show you. You guys, is that not fabulous? You guys hit that heart button if you like that. Let me know if you like it. Isn't that so cool? Oh, I love it. I don't know why I like stuff like that. I just do. Do y'all see all the different elements? Because sometimes it's one of those tricks where it depends on what you see. You're not sure what you see. Like at first I didn't catch the bat up there, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I see the bat now. Do you see all the different elements? Isn't that fun? Okay, guys, so we are going to speed it along a little bit. Normally what I would do, personally what I do, is I set my ink projects over to the side and let them air dry on their own for about 24 hours or more, because you really want this to be dry before you heat set it. You always want your ink to be dry. But today, we're going to speed it up a little bit. I'm going to use my handy dandy blow dryer. my little craft blow dryer, and we are going to, like right now I can look at it and see that the ink is wet. I can see like it's a little teeny tiny bit shiny. But what we're going to do, and see, I could have done a little more here with the Halloween. I don't know if I can touch that up or not, whether I dare. I have this cool little tool that I like to use. I don't know if I dare do it, if I could do it freehand. If I grab a little bit of the black ink, if I could actually, I didn't notice that, I was already off there. Touch it up a little bit. You can even do that, you guys. This is the coolest tool. I love this thing. I use it all the time to fix little mistakes in ink or in my chalk. And you might not have even noticed that. I just do. Once we get done, you're not going to notice it because it's going to be so many other things going on. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. Or at least I hope you feel that way. Like I said, this would be a fun project to give as a gift to a little, or to make with your, I don't know if I personally, this is all your call, but I personally don't do ink projects with littles, just because they can be so, it's so messy and it can stain things and it's very unforgiving. Now chalk projects I would do anytime with a little, but ink ones I wouldn't. So if I was going to give this to a little, and then along with what else I'm going to show you, I would do this step on my own before I gave it to them. And like I said, you can choose any base color ink you want. I just went with the black because I thought it would really, you know, it's kind of reminiscent of the, you know, our coloring books, the adult coloring books and stuff, and a lot of different, I mean, just on its own, that looks fabulous, you guys. And it's not it's a fun Halloween. It's not an in-your-face Halloween. Does that make sense? Anyway, let's go ahead and dry it. Y'all can make your own assumptions. So we're going to dry it and speed it up because I want to show you something else we're going to do. But how fun is that? It's so cute. So iconic. Now this design would look fabulous on a round surface as well, that you could just use on a round surface and hang it up like in the middle of a fun Halloween wreath that you could make out of ribbon, or if you do the mesh stuff, this would be a fun thing to put on the inside. And you could do it a couple different ways. You wouldn't use ink, you would use chalk paste, but you could use a couple different surfaces for that. I'm going to be doing I did post on my page yesterday an event, and I'd love to have you join me, using our new cork circle around, I think it's called a cork round, doing a Halloween sign, and it's made out of cork. You could do this on some cork, you just need to wax it first. You could find a surface that was round like this. Guys, you could even do, so let me just tell you, okay? Y'all know how I tell you all the time. Let's see if I can find any. You know how I tell you all the time, now that I'm talking about it, I won't find it, but how I tell you all the time when you get packaging, to keep it. Now this is not big enough, but if you have one that was, if you got a piece of cardboard like this from any of the packaging we send you to Chalk Couture with a lot of our kits and surfaces we send you packaging, if you had one that was bigger than this, you could wax it, do this design on it, and cut it out in a circle, and then hole punch it and use it in the middle of a wreath. It's so many ideas y'all can do. And it's not even heavy. Now I gotta make sure this is good and dry before I start doing what I want to show you. Because I'm not gonna heat set it yet. I'm just gonna try to dry it so that I don't sear the ink at all. And again, this design also, you can take our transfers, put it on a glass on your front door, on your storm door, and chalk it. I've shown that before. I haven't done it in a long time. I think I showed it last at Valentine's. But you can do that. But you can chalk it on there, and then you can take it right off after Halloween's over. You spray some water in there, scrape it off, get some glass cleaner, clean your glass. You got a built-in surface, reusable surface. You can do that with any of our transfers, you guys. And my October club, if you guys aren't in my club, you really should be. The club for next month is perfect for after Halloween, for the fall season. If you don't celebrate Halloween, then that's not going to appeal to you, but the transfer for October is fabulous for fall, for Thanksgiving. You can do that on your door. You can do it on a mirror. You could do this on a mirror. How cool would it be, oh my gosh, you guys, how cool would it be to do this design with our glow-in-the-dark chalk paste on a mirror? So it only showed up at night when you turn the lights out. Or on your front door. I think that would be super fun. Alright guys, I think we're dry. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to take it off of my mat, because sometimes that prohibits it from drying. You know, if you can get some air circulating through it. And we're going to hit it just one more time, just because I want to be sure there's nothing wet. And then I'm not going to heat set it with you guys right now. We're going to do another step, and then I'll heat set it later. I won't have to wait 24 hours since I'm drying it all now. I think we're going to be fine. And I'm actually not going to put that mat back in there, but I am going to put something else in here because I'm going to show you guys something, okay? All right, so there you go. So here's the next thing I wanted to share with you guys that you could do. Let me get something to put underneath here. One of my larger ones. Put under here. See, this is what I mean about a larger one. This one would be perfect. I'm going to actually flip it over and do it on the back. And just stick this in here as a barrier because we're going to do something else fun here. Okay, you guys ready? So, I know that a lot of people probably have already seen this. You know how you can buy t-shirts or bags or shoes or things like that. Like if you go to the craft sections of different stores that you can buy for the kids where they can color it in themselves and then it disappears. Like you can use a washable marker. So you could probably use, I haven't tried it, but you could probably use like a washable marker. I don't know, these might even be washable. They came with a little kit, but like the washable Crayola or Rose Art or whatever brand markers. And they could color these in, and then when you go to wash it, it would be blank, and they could do it over and over and over again. How fun would it be to give this bag with the cute little tag that I need to make now that I just had that idea to a kid that says, with that and a little, I mean, that's better than Halloween candy. Well, if you want to throw some candy in the bag or a little treat in the bag, go ahead and throw in a little treat. But if you have a special kid in your life that you wanted to do this for, a little tag, and then with some washable markers that they could do that with on this. And then they've got something that they can either keep it that way or use it. Now, I'm not going to do it with washable ones with this one. I'm going to actually do it with paint, fabric markers, okay? So all of this bag has all my fabric markers. That's actually some fabric glitter. So we could add some glitter if we wanted to any of it that we wanted to. We could add some glitter. I could add some glitter to that pumpkin. I'm not going to. I'm gonna show self-control. But I could also add this to the middle of the black pumpkin. This is fabric paint, and it's kind of like a 3D kind, so it puffs up. I may do that on my little smiley pumpkin heart. Is it a pumpkin heart? I don't know. Whatever it is, I could add that on there as well. But what I'm fishing for right now is, and of course I don't have orange for a pumpkin, but we may just try to see if we can make it orange. I'm going to grab several of my fabric markers. I do have a gold. I have a variety of them. So this was one pack that I bought. My daughter and my grandson made some of their own aprons, and they just drew on them their own pictures. So that is some fabric markers that we just bought. They're Tulip brand. This one is a deco fabric. I've had that for a long time. So I have a variety in here. And then there's a silver too. There's a silver one. I've had that a long time. That one's old. So anyway, I usually keep something like a little piece of cardboard or something like that close by that I can test out my markers on before I use them. Again, though, this is fabric paint, so this is is a fabric marker, so it would actually be permanent. Ooh, this one is jacked up. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. This one might be fun to put on the ghost. I don't know. Let's see. Not either the ghost or the skeleton. Is that my only skeleton guy? Let's just add some to it. This is a completely optional idea. And when I do it on my shirt, I probably won't do this, but I think on the treat bag, it's a great idea for the treat bag. So, can you guys see? I'm basically just coloring now. I'm just coloring. Y'all, how fun is that? How fun is that? So I'm going to do all my skeleton. And I'm just, this one is kind of, see how it's kind of jacked up? It's seen better days. I don't know what happened to it. Other than the fact it's old and God only knows when the last time was I used it and what I used it on. But obviously it got smushed, or whether I did it or one of the kids did it. I could have had this since my kids were little. Who knows? I'm trying not to go where the black is. Just keep in mind the ink is pretty much dry, but it's not heat set yet. So I don't want to like make it wet in any way. I want to be able to see the details of the skull, like the black eyes. And I'm not a skull person. I don't like, we have quite a few options. Oh, goodness. I think Amazon just delivered my water filter. He's all rug up. I'm surprised he's not exhausted. He went to the groomer first thing this morning, and that always wears him out. He usually just gets a bath and a couple other things, but today I got him trimmed up some. And he just, when he's not home, he's kind of nervous. So he's usually wore out by the time he gets home. But isn't that cool, you guys? Look at that. Very cool. Usually he spends the rest of the afternoon napping. Get that out of here. So guys, what do you think of this idea? Isn't this fun? Now see, I really need, like, I've got candy corn on here, y'all. I need some yellow. So I've already got 3 ideas for this. I've already done this one, and I have another one that's I'm going to do next, and then I have one more that I want to do. Ooh, we have eyeballs here too. Let's see. So we're going to do all yellow, and then on some of them I'm going to go back over it with the red to see if it hopefully makes orange. Or you could just try to find more. Or you could even take your ink like this, and you could take a paintbrush or one of our tools, like this tool is round, and you could just put the orange on there. Maybe I'll do that. I like the fabric marker thing because it is easy and it's user friendly. You know what I'm saying? User friendly. I'm not going to color every single bit of this in, but I don't know. I want to try and see if it works with the red. Shall we try? Let's just see if the red and the yellow will make orange with the fabric markers. I will be the guinea pig. We'll see. If not, I'll go back over it with my orange ink. Might want to put the red on first, because that's a very dark orange. I don't think that's orange at all. You might have to do the red first. And I would be careful because your yellow probably has. Let's try the red first. So this is a fun part, guys. This is like therapy. Have you guys bought those adult coloring books? I have bought them many times, and I am not good at sitting still and doing stuff like that. I'm always doing something, but I have always loved coloring. It's certainly very therapeutic, and this is kind of like the best of both. Oops, I almost put it the wrong one. This is like the best of both. Yeah, that works a little better, I think. Yes, that works better. Do the red first if you guys do it like this. Oh my gosh. Now see, I don't know. Part of me wants to like do all of it, do every single solitary bit. Now I'm going to have the kind of candy corn that also has a little bit of brown on it. Doesn't most candy corn have brown? So I'm going to color in this part brown. Or is that the one called the autumn mix? I don't know. All right. And then again, you have leaves on here. You could do some leaves in brown. And it's a pretty brown. This is a light brown. This is, like I said, this is a tulip. You're just going to look where you have fabric paints and see if they have some fabric markers. And as far as I know, guys, these are permanent. I don't have the box. I didn't keep the box. But I would assume these are permanent because it's fabric markers and it's meant to be that way. So, and you know, you can make your leaves. I have to go through and like see where else is there a leaf. You can make your leaves any color. And you know what I should have done? Like I need a purple. Oh, I need so many colors, y'all. You know me, I have to have colorful. And you don't even have to fill it in really thick. Or like I can see a little bit of the white in the background. I don't mind that on this one, on this particular design. This one here, it's like bigger. It kind of adds to it. What do you guys think? Is this not the funnest? This is so dang cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so like let's make, we need something green. We need something green. I could do like my rat in the gray, in the silver. I need to decide about the bat. Maybe the bat I'll do in the slick. Do y'all want to see that? I need something green though. Why don't we do, we'll do our poison here. We'll pretend like this is our science experiment. You guys, you know, if you follow me at all, you know I make little stories up about my crafts. Please tell me I'm not the only one that does that. I make little stories up about my crafts. I don't know about the googly eyes. Should they be yellow? The googly eyes maybe should be yellow. What else could be green? Is there any other? I don't see any other poison. We've got a skull down there. I could probably do some of my candies in green just to pull. You know, I'm limited by what I have in my markers, but I'm not limited in my ink. I do have quite a variety of ink, so I may go back and do some more fun. But you don't even have to do every single element in a color. You can leave some of them. Like I'm going to leave the ghost. I'm not going to touch the ghost. I'm going to try to show some self-control. And I'm going to leave the ghost. You can leave some of them with just the outlines. You don't have to do them all. And even like, look at these little, so I have some gold. Let's see if the gold works. Do you see these? Do you think that's silver or gold? I don't know. They look like little bursts. I didn't do anything in blue yet either. What could we do in blue? We could do candy in blue, right? We could do some candy in blue. This lollipop. This lollipop is going to be blue raspberry. It's going to be blue raspberry. So I need a color in the middle. I need a color in the middle. Let's do red. All right, guys, I could sit here all dang day and do this with y'all. Okay, now this one's old too. Let's see how it works. Look, we got our. So now I'm getting a tiny bit of shimmer because I got some gold. This is shimmery. Look, there's a Shazam. That's not what it is. It's a lightning bolt, but I'm calling it a Shazam symbol. Or is it Flash? I guess that would be Flash if you were doing superheroes. You all, look at this. Oh my gosh, this is the funnest. Okay, so maybe I needed to do this today. Anyway, thank you guys for picking this for me. Thanks for letting me come on here and share my idea with you. I hope you guys liked it. Stay tuned because you're going to see this little beauty and a couple other project ideas. I'm going to sit here and play for a little while, I think. Oh, I wanted to show you the bat. Let's just do one more thing. We'll do the bat and then I'll let y'all go. Because I'm probably going to use that for my pumpkin, my ink. So this is a slick, it's a very slick fabric paint and it's black and shiny. We're going to do that for our bat, I hope. Let me make sure it comes out okay. I haven't used it since last year. I bought it for a project. I can't even remember what that project was now. But it's got a nice point. You know, you could leave the bat just like he is because it's a cool outline, just like with the ghost. But I'm going to do this just because I can. I have a black marker I could use, but I kind of like this because it's going to be like a 3D. I'm going to make it textured. So if you have like littles that like kinesthetic stuff like I do, then you might want to do some of these. I bet they have a lot of these colors in this slick fabric paint if you wanted to do this. It's got a nice point, so you could make some of them, you know, 3D almost. And you can get in here in the lines pretty good. So I'll do part of it and I'll show you guys. I won't do the whole thing. I know y'all didn't come on here to watch me color, which is basically what I'm doing. All right, that's enough. I'll show you that's if you can see. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. Cool. So that's it, guys. I'm going to keep working on it, and then I'll wait, and I'll take a picture after it's all done. But I hope you like this idea. Do you want to see me do one more thing? Do you want me to show you how to use, like, our inks? I have a lot of different color inks. But here's our ink. You saw how I made orange out of the two colors here. And I could make purple, right, out of the red and the blue. So I can do purple, because I want to do purple on the witch's hat. But I can take also my ink like this, and I'm going to see how I can do the pumpkin. And I'm just going to kind of paint with it. You can use a paintbrush. I don't know if this one's going to work or not. I just thought I'd try this tool. I'm not sure it's going to work. I think it's too wide. Just remember, you're messing with ink, though. You could use a paintbrush. You can use one of my artist tools or my artist tool set. This is going to be kind of textured, too, because it's my ink and I'm doing it freehand, so it's going to have a texture to it. But that's what you would do. Can you see? I'm just trying to paint in the lines down there with my ink. So that's it, guys. I'm going to keep playing. I hope you guys will come back and join me. And until I see you next time, be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye, guys.